And that breaking news, we are getting our first look at the 14-year-old boy killed in that mass shooting in Stockton. His family tells us his name was Amari Peterson. He is one of the 3 children who died after a gunman opened fire at a birthday party. And police still searching for the suspect or suspects in that shooting. They left a total of 4 people dead and 11 others wounded Saturday night.
Church needs to be present. We need to be able to stand up and say, hey, we see you, we love you, we're here with you, and we're willing to help make a change in this city.
And that community really rallying behind the victims and their families, coming together to support those affected by that shooting. And Stockton Unified School District offering counseling for students as a student from one of their schools was one of those victims. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Dominic Garcia. Appreciate you joining us at noon. A small candlelight memorial is in place outside of the banquet hall where people were gathering for a child's birthday party when those shots rang out. So here's what we know so far. This shooting happened at a hall on Lucille Avenue and Thornton Road around 6 p.m. Saturday. Among the dead are 3 children ages 8, 9, and 14. A 21-year-old was also killed. Police say up to 150 people were inside celebrating when those shots rang out. Stockton Mayor Christina Fugazi says the shooting was gang-related. However, the San Joaquin County Sheriff would not confirm that. So we do have team coverage for you this afternoon. Your reporter covering San Joaquin County, Carmela Karcher, just spoke with Stockton Unified Superintendent. But first, we do want to start out with Conor McGill. He's at the scene of the shooting in Stockton with the latest on the investigation, now going into its 3rd day. Conor, what do we know right now?
Yeah, well, good morning to you, Dominic. We're here on the scene, and for the first time, we're getting a look at what things look like here. I want to show you, these are the bullet holes that were left behind. You can see where those casings just pierced through this door frame here. And as we, start to pan out here, you're going to notice how extensive it is with this big door with multiple bullet holes just all across it here. And again, this is the inside of here. This is where 100 to 150 people were celebrating a child's birthday. It started inside, made its way outside. You can see here, even on this trailer, there is even some bullet holes. One here, another here. And, this is just the scope of it, as what we see here in the Stockton area. Now we make our way over here, this makeshift memorial, which a lot of people have been coming out to pay their respects, leaving candles, flowers, and even a teddy bear here. We know 3 of the 4 victims are young kids, ages 8, 9, and 14. Now, there was a woman who just came by 15 minutes ago. She brought 50 flower bouquets. She's from the Stockton area, and she told me, she's like, Conor, this is the least I can do. My kid grew up here. He got out of here safely. We got to keep our kids safe. And that's the message that has been resounding all day long as people have come out here to pay their respects. They want the person responsible to be caught by law enforcement. And really, they want to see a punishment for that person to the max here. The Stockton community overall mourning the loss of those 4 individuals and say this is the time the city has to move forward when it comes to events like this. Dominic?
All right, Conor, thanks so much for the update reporting from Stockton. We are also hearing from others about the terrifying scene inside that birthday party. One woman telling us the event was for her 2-year-old grandniece. Now, she says her 22-year-old niece is among those injured, and when the bullets started flying, her sister flipped the cake table over, hiding children behind it to try and block them from those bullets. Other children hid under a bounce house. Woman we spoke with raced to the party venue after getting a frantic call from her sister for help.
She said it sounded like it was never going to stop. She said, sis, it wasn't going to stop. That's all she kept saying, it wasn't going to stop. She said, babies are everywhere. They're on the ground.
And that woman calling on whoever is responsible for this horrific act to turn themselves in to authorities. Well, the 8-year-old child killed in the shooting was a 3rd grade student at Stockton Unified, and that student's mother is also a district employee. Today, Stockton Unified had counselors on hand at each of their 55 campuses. Right now, we want to go to your reporter covering San Joaquin County, Carmela Karcher, live at the district office downtown with how they're helping families and students. And Carmela, it seems like they're doing everything they can to make sure these students feel supported.
Yeah, Dominic, that's absolutely right. Now, I did speak with the superintendent just a couple of minutes ago. She says she's planning on staying at the school this 8-year-old attended for the rest of the day. And she also did tell me that they just informed the 3rd grade class about their classmate just this morning, as well as sending an email to parents letting them know exactly what happened this past weekend. Now, along with grieving with students, parents, staff, and of course the parents and the entire community, the district is providing additional resources for the school. On top of the counselors already on campus, they have a crisis team that is there, professionally trained for when traumatic events occur, to help support students and staff. Now, they're also at the school informing them about the resources that are already available. Now, for the mother who works at Stockton Unified, they're providing in-home resources for her and her family as they grieve during this time. Now, the superintendent says the shooting has impacted every single school here in Stockton.
When you have a mass shooting in a community, it doesn't just impact the one school, it's going to impact all 55. And so people have been asking me, well, how do we get those services? So a child can self-refer. They can ask and just go up to their counselor and ask for help. They can ask the teacher, and a teacher can refer, and a parent can do that.
Now, she went on to say they also have a 24/7 crisis support. Of course, you can find that on their website. Now, she did tell me that they won't be releasing the name of the school where this 8-year-old attended until the San Joaquin County coroner officially releases all 4 of the victims that were killed during this past weekend shooting, but she is expecting that to happen later today.
Yeah, well, great to see him being proactive about this. Carmela, thank you. San Joaquin Delta College also offering resources today. Students can receive drop-in personal counseling. Online mental health services will also be available. In a statement, the school said, quote, "The loss touches all of us deeply. And yet we also know that in moments of profound sorrow, Stockton shows extraordinary resilience. We have no doubt the community will rally around affected families and provide the support and the care they need in the days, weeks, months, and years to come." And Stockton Mayor Christina Fugazi is calling for state and federal assistance. She wants help combating gang violence in the city. She says she's talked with the governor, has reached out to the Department of Justice, and spoke with 2 White House advisors.
I said, hey, bring those resources here, not just, part-time, not just a task force for 6 months. We need a full panel of people here in this city, all working together to stop this gang violence and these gangs from continuing in the city of Stockton.
Well, according to the Public Policy Institute of California, in 2023, the San Joaquin Valley saw the highest violent crime rate in the state, 641 violent incidents per 100,000 residents. Now, Fugazi is specifically asking the White House for a U.S. attorney to prosecute gangs in Stockton. And Mayor Fugazi says Crime Stoppers is offering a $10,000 reward for information leading to an arrest and a conviction of those involved. Number right there on your screen. Fugazi says her office is matching that with another $10,000. And Councilwoman Mariela Ponce is also contributing $5,000, bringing that total reward up to $25,000. And of course, we're going to continue to bring you the very latest on the Stockton mass shooting. You can follow along with us here or on our website, cbs13.com, or we are always streaming on CBS Sacramento.